Also at 5 o'clock, a break in the case in one of South Florida's most infamous unsolved murders, the shooting of a University of Miami lineman outside his apartment 15 years ago. Bryan was a star player and had big prospects in the NFL, but that all ended when he was shot in the head after practice.
And now police say that it was one of his own teammates who pulled the trigger.
Welcome back to another episode of DAS with your boy, Sean Mack. Thanks for tapping in. And you know, I'm emotionally invested into every story that I do. Some just hit a little different and hit a little harder than others. Can't really tell you why, but you forget about what these athletes have done or what these athletes had done to them. But some just hit different, just the way that it is, and this one actually hit a little different. On November 7th of 2006, Bryan was shot and killed outside of his apartment complex in Kendall, Florida, after leaving practice earlier that day. Was only 22 years old at the time of his murder. The murder remained unsolved for 15 years until August 19 of 2021. His former Miami football teammate Rashawn Jones was arrested and charged with the murder of Pata. This is a tale of eventually your evil deeds will catch up to you and catch up with you, and you won't like that. Trust me, because you think you got away and it hits you when you least expect it. So remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. So let's go. This article is from ESPN.com. Former University of Miami football player Rashawn Jones pleaded not guilty on Friday to charges of killing his teammate outside of a South Florida apartment complex in 2006. An attorney for Jones, 35, entered a plea during a remote court hearing after prosecutors formally filed second-degree murder charges against him. Rashawn Jones, who was arrested in August of 2021, 15 years after the murder of Pata, was long suspected in the death of Bryan, 22. Jones was originally arrested on first-degree murder charges, and prosecutors said he still could face that charge. But to indict him on that charge, prosecutors would have to present the case to the grand jury.
My son.
An emotional day for the mother of murdered University of Miami football star Bryan. Pata's former teammate Rashawn Jones was in court today for an Arthur hearing, a proceeding in which the judge decides whether Jones can be released from jail before his trial, even though he's facing a non-bondable offense. Bryan was gunned down outside his Kendall apartment back in 2006. Miami-Dade police long suspected Jones, but did not arrest him until 15 years later in August of 2021, citing new, undisclosed evidence. Today, the judge heard from a neighbor, Paul Connor, who identified Jones in a photo lineup.
What do you tell the detectives when you look at this lineup?
That the gentleman in the middle of the top row resembles or is the person that I saw.
The defense tried to paint Connor's identification as unreliable.
Did you go to an ophthalmologist, a doctor for the eyes?
Yes.
A detective with the Miami-Dade Police Department who investigated the case also took the stand.
There was constant fights. There was also threats to Mr. Pata's life from Mr. Jones.
Bryan was expected to be an early pick in the 2007 NFL Draft. Following his fourth and final season with the Hurricanes, the 6'4", 280-pound defensive lineman was shot and killed outside of his Kendall apartment the night of November 7, 2006. Some witnesses claim to hear arguing and then gunshots. Despite Pata having hundreds of dollars in his wallet, neither his car nor his cash were taken, police said. Investigators said they learned through numerous interviews that Pata and Jones, who played 3 seasons with the Hurricane, had experienced confrontations before the shooting. Pata previously beat his teammate during a fight, officials said. And Pata's brother told investigators that Jones had threatened to shoot Pata 2 months before his death. Despite the urging of his brother, Pata never reported it to the cops. During 2 interviews with detectives, Jones told investigators that he was at his own home and never left his house on the night of Pata's death, but records show that Jones' cell phone was used in different cell towers around the time of the shooting, authorities said. And an eyewitness in the area at the time of the shooting identified Jones in a photo lineup, police said. Good old Karma. Gotta love her. She comes at the right time. Remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. I got the receipts. I got those receipts. Boy, I tell you. Let's get straight to it. Number one, your sins and your evil doings will eventually catch up with you. It took 15 years, but karma finally came rearing its ugly head. I don't know why in life. I've done some things and thought I can get away with it, but it comes back, and I tell you, you never quite remember what you did. All you remember is what's being done to you, and you're like, why? Then you're like, later you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Now, I've never done nothing this serious. I just mean like little things in life when you were younger, maybe cheating on your girlfriend or lying to your girlfriend about where you were, and eventually it comes out. That's just how it goes. It could be years later, but eventually it does come out, and that's something we have to look in the mirror as human beings. And you know what? I have to be real. I've known people that just don't care. I've known people that do things and they don't care about the karma. They don't care. They figure it's life. They do what they do, and whatever happens just happens. Now, most of us aren't like that, right? Most of us aren't like that. Now, I wonder, during the 15 years of him being out of jail for this murder, how did his life go? Was it going good? Was it going bad? Was he successful after college? Did it really irk his mind? I would like to share his thoughts and talk to him about what was going on, because he said he didn't do it, but once he's found guilty, it eventually come out, right? And he will say that he did it. Or maybe he won't. I don't know. Some people just don't care and they hold to their guns, but he might be one of those people that just come out and spew the information once he's caught. But I would like to know, how was his life going? I'm pretty sure it wasn't going that well. Pretty sure, or maybe it was, and God was like, I'm gonna let you get right here, then boop, just take you down 15 years later. They have a picture with him and his teammates, and they're holding it and they're looking over Bryan Patter's picture of him on the field, and he's like looking sad. It's amazing how horrible and evil some people can be. Number two, Rashawn Jones was a certain kind of evil. A certain kind of evil. He killed his teammate. He went to the funeral. He hugged and cried with the mother of Bryan Patter. That's diabolical. Let me read you the definition of diabolical. Characterisms of the devil are so evil as to be suggestive of the devil. As I said, he's diabolical. I'm pretty sure you've met people in life like this, or you heard about people in life like this. They just don't care. To do that to your brother, your teammate, your brother, you're supposed to be like a fraternity, right? A football team is like a fraternity. You do that to your brother. What would you do like to other family members? What have you done to other family members, and to women, and to whoever? I don't know. Very shiesty guy right there. You're diabolical. To me, you're of the devil. You of evil. To do that, to go to the funeral, to hug the mother, to sit on the front row with the rest of the teammates. I wonder, did any of the other teammates know about it? And it was like, I'm just gonna mind my business, because usually it's hard to keep secrets. I know he told someone, or someone suspected him. They say he was suspected of it. A lot of people that knew about the investigation always said that he did it. But you know how G code is sometime, y'all. I ain't in it. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it. They just kept to themselves and didn't bother saying anything to anyone. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.9%, I'm condom percent positive that he told someone on that team, or people on that team definitely knew of that situation that he murdered Mr. Patter. I'm pretty sure of that. Won't keep you long. Let me get you on out of here. I have one more. Remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. And I just want to give a thanks and a shout out to everyone that's been watching, that's been supporting Death After Sports and C. Anthony in boxing. I know it's a wicked mix-up of like sadness with me and Death After Sports and my brother with boxing. Some people that watch boxing don't watch Death After Sports. Some people that watch Death After Sports don't watch boxing. Trying to merge those two. So we appreciate the support. Number 3, by all accounts, this was over a girl. This was over a young lady. They had a fight a few months before Bryan Patta's death. They said Bryan Patta won the fight, and that Rashawn Jones told Patta, "I'm gonna shoot you." Then months later, he shot him. Quick little lesson: take threats serious. Not sure what you can do about it. Most people won't go to the cops because there's really nothing the cops can do from a threat, right? But a little fine, a little citation to the other person, they probably won't arrest them, right? But if you have means to protect yourself and you think someone's out to get you, by all due accounts, by all due respect, protect yourself. You know what I'm talking about. With whatever you need to do, whatever weapon of choice you need to do to protect yourself. As they say, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Meaning I'd rather be on the jury, I'd rather be in court being judged by a jury than being carried to the hole in the cemetery they're gonna put me in for the rest of my life. His brother urged him to actually report the threat from Jones, but he didn't. And that was a gamble that he chose to take, and he lost snake eyes on that one. He killed him. It was horrible, but I want to let you know, take all threats serious. And to do this behind a girl, because supposedly he was sleeping with his girl, he slept with his girl before, it's not that serious. I keep saying it's not that serious. A lot of men, we throw our whole lives away because of some woman, and then you're in jail. The person that you touched, they're dead, and now she's out on the streets with other guys because you're dead and the other person's in jail. So who's winning? It seemed like y'all lost and she won. It's not that serious. No Pootie Tang is that serious. I said Pootie Tang, that shows my age. Nothing is that serious to kill or be killed over. It's not. It just isn't. Y'all get me? Let's stop the foolishness behind women. It's other things that we can be worried about than you slept with my girl and then she said this and I'm with her and she's with another dude. It ain't that serious. Just leave it alone. But I'm going to get on out of here on that note, because I could talk about men beefing behind women all day long. But let me get out of here. Finally, I want to say rest in peace to Bryan Patta. And I'm happy for his family that they can finally have some sort of closure in this case. I know he's been passed away for 15 years, but you never get over losing someone that you love, especially when they're young, 22 years old. But I know they can have some type of closure. I hope it's a fast trial. He goes to jail, bada boom, bada bing. He'll be in jail probably for the rest of his life. Just be happy that he had he need to be happy he had the 15 years after the murder out on the streets. So I want to say, I hope the family find peace in this arrest. On that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Death After Sports. Bryan Patta